All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talk with Steven. So, if you are new here, thank you for joining with us today. For all our audience who have been following Talk with Steven every week, welcome back. If you don't know what is Talk with Steven is a weekly talk show that is hosted by me. I'm Steven Rachia, in case you don't know. So, I'm Steven Rachia. And this talk show's purpose is to show you stories of people who are ordinary people who have achieved extraordinary success in all aspects of life. So this talk show has been running for the past 1 year, and we have about 39 sessions that we have, hosted so far with various type of speakers from various topics. If you're a business owner who want to know some ideas about how to develop your business, we already have many topics that we talk about businesses. If you're a person who is in a employment world, who is working, and you want to know how to do move in your progress in your career and all these things, you also have successful employees come and share their experiences. We talked about parenting to teenagers, self-development, anger issues, so many things. So anything that you want, you can actually find in Talk with Steven session every single week. So in case if you are looking for something, I'm pretty sure if you're looking for any specific kind of topic, you can let me know in the chat box. We can talk about it in future. But if you are looking for something specific about business or your kids or something like that, we already went live previously. All you can do is just go to my Facebook profile. My Facebook profile is here. You can follow me in Facebook, and then you can just go to my profile, just scroll through. You will find all kind of live session that I went there. Just click on the live session that you want to watch, and then watch it. It will be mind blowing. You will have so much of fun. That one I can guarantee you. So before we jump into our talk show today, I would like to thank our sponsors, our wonderful sponsors who make this session possible. Freshie Mehendi. Freshie Mehendi is a professional henna company, as beautifully run by Uma Devi, the CEO of Freshie Mehendi, who I have also interviewed in the previous Talk with Steven session. You can watch her session as well. They do beautiful henna arts for all kind of special occasions, from weddings to marriage, or even if you just want to have fun by having your henna and everything, you can just contact them in their Instagram, DM them and everything. And beside henna, they also do many kind of customized artworks, from bottle arts to canvas arts and everything. But their special creation now that is going very well right now is called Memento. Memento is a gift for your special one for a special occasion, and there is only like 100 things that is exist, 100 art pieces exist in the world right now. So this is what they call a Memento. Is a ceramic plate where they have, you can customize anything that you want in there. And like as I mentioned again, there is only 100 thing that is available. And no, I don't think so it's 100 anymore. It's only 99 available already. This 1% bought for their special one, actually. So if you want to give something very meaningful to your loved one who which have never been given before to by anyone, to they cannot find this anywhere. That's how good this artwork is. So just contact them, and then you can get to know them a bit, and you can customize to any customization as you want. So please do contact them if you want. So moving into our current talk show, in for Talk with Steven, we have someone very interesting, someone that I know personally in terms of digital marketing and everything. We have Rammya, the CEO of ET Boost, with us today. Rammya is also an expert in digital marketing. She's one of the best person that I will say that I know in the digital marketing field, because she has been personally guiding our company in terms of digital marketing for the past 5-6 years. And during this time, the company that she's guiding, the company that I was working as a head of marketing and sales, grew a lot. Our online presence has improved a lot, and I personally closed thousands of sales just by getting the leads from Facebooks and all these things. So I know that the digital marketing world is always changing. It's always new things is there. Now the Facebook is changed to Meta, and then they're calling a metaverse now. So many things is happening. So I wanted to invite Ramya to share with us about what is the new changes that is available in the world of digital marketing. And this is your time to ask all your questions to our guest speaker Ramya about digital marketing. So without any further ado, let's welcome Ramya to the stage. So hello
Hello.
Ramya.
Hi,
Hello Ramya.
Stephen. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Ramya. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me at Talk with Stephen.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for agreeing. I've been wanting to bring Ramya to this talk with Steven since the day I started, but Ramya is very busy. Finally managed to get hold of him. So this is the time to ask all kind of questions to Ramya. So, audience, if you have any questions regarding digital marketing, you want to ask personalized question to your industry about your digital marketing, this is your chance to put it in the chat box. I will ask the question to Ramya. Okay, this session is very limited, so just use your time. Okay, so Ramya, as I said, right, digital marketing is something that is very vast. Like if I ask
Yeah.
any digital marketers, they will give different kind of definition for digital marketing and everything. What does digital marketing means to you, Ramya?
Okay. I think like you say, it's very different for different people. And
Yeah.
digital marketing, one thing is not for me. The
Oh,
one I can
okay.
say, it's not just about running ads.
Okay.
That is my personal take lah. Because a lot of people, a lot of people who approach me, clients, inquiries, and so on, they'll say, so you can run ads for us. So whenever we say I'm a digital marketer, that's the first question. So for me personally, digital marketing is not just about running ads. It's really about having a presence online, and it could be anything at all, and whatever that's comfortable with you. Because not everyone is comfortable with, example, Instagram. Not everyone is comfortable
Mm.
with Facebook. Like it's really different for different people. Some people are even comfortable with WhatsApp. That's totally fine.
Okay.
So it could be anything at all, as long as it's a digital presence that is growing gradually lah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So because even I have the perception about digital marketing. Digital marketing means you need to run your ads, you need to boost your
Yeah.
post, and these are the first thing that will comes to your mind, and you can see, and then they will
Yeah.
go into even more further of SEO, the search engine
Yes, correct.
optimization, so many things they will talk about. But you say it's more about creating an online presence and everything, which is very nice. Thank you for that. And I would like to ask, maybe this question is running in every business owner's mind. Maybe I thought of
Uh-huh.
ask you. Uh, many things we when we look at Facebook and everything, they also say there are a lot of changes that is happening in terms of algorithms, or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some posts work, sometimes some ads won't work. So many things
Yes.
happen there. And for business owners like us, we don't want to go and listen to, don't want to go depth into about algorithm, because we want to run our business and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe you can enlighten us about what is this algorithm, and do we need to concern about it, or what we can do to keep our online presence up from here?
Okay. The like I say, algorithm. Everywhere it's data. So the moment you're online, right? Your information is already picked up. That means your interest, what you're browsing, what you're buying, purchasing online. Everything is actually already a data online. So same goes to Facebook, right? Like say you scroll, and then you see an advertisement. So that one itself is already people are already noticing, oh, you like this thing, so it's already a data. So Instagram, Google,
Okay.
you browse through website, everything is like that. So why we say the algorithm is changing is because of this. Why I say that is because, example, what you're searching for, what you're browsing this month or this week is very different from what you're looking for next week or next month. Example, it's human, right? We are human.
Yeah.
We are looking for different things. Our interest changes, and then maybe something happened in our life, some new job, getting married, all these things. So the focus is different, so we are looking for consistently different things lah. So because of that, algorithm also changes. What we can target a particular person today, it will be very different 1 month from now, because they may already, they already got what they wanted, they have moved on to some other needs. So these
Mm,
are some things that's happened consistently online, and it's consistently happening because every time someone like produces a new item into the field, that there's new product coming in, everybody's change and everybody's interest go to that product, no more in the other
mm,
product. So all this is considered algorithm, and that's why it's consistently changing. And that's why I say it's digital marketing is not only about ad, because it's very difficult. I have a lot of experience running ads where a month ago it worked very very well. My clients are so happy because so many leads, and then the next month the same ad, it just doesn't work. The same thing, it just doesn't work, no leads at all. So
okay.
how do we go about all these things now? Yeah.
Okay, so how do you go about this, Ramya? Like, you have customers, or your people that you are doing your digital marketing
Uh-huh.
services, guiding them, empowering them
Yeah.
about this kind of services and everything. So obviously, like they have their own perception about digital marketing, like running ads, boosting posts. They want the leads and all these things. So your
Yeah.
way of digital marketing is more about like having an online presence, make your company visible to many people, and branding and all these things. So how you will educate this kind of people to see the actual side of the digital marketing, and when they didn't see the results, how do you actually work with them?
It's a very interesting question. I think lately also, just few days ago, I had that same challenge. It's a very it's a very continuous challenge, I would say,
Okay.
because because I think this is something that we all, I think I and you, Stephen, we personally have learned this from the business incubator that we are from ET Ideas, where that census is very powerful.
Hmm.
So when my clients don't see results, doubt starts coming in, and it starts creeping in, and they start thinking that maybe it doesn't work, and things like that. So even recently also the same thing happened, where what's that called, my client couldn't really see some results. So then I was telling her that, just be patient, just keep doing, just continuously keep telling people about what you do, just keep interacting with people, go back to your past participants, tell them about you have this workshop, anyone else want to join, because if they are in that field, maybe they know other friends in the field. So it's like we keep looking for solutions. So when she was telling me also, if not because of you, I will not look for solution, because if you don't
Hmm.
talk to me like this, 1 week from now I'll be like, ah, yeah, it doesn't work, things like that. But what happened is, the moment she starts switching her way of doing things, her thoughts, and she start believing that this digital marketing works, she actually starts getting results. Then she herself will come back to me and say, actually, can we try this? This particular students of mine pass. Can we like do something with them? So we can have a discussion after that. Because when we run the advertisement, right, there's so many things to look into. Yes, there's targeting,
Hmm.
but how about the content? How about the caption? So it's many things that's involved in one particular ad itself. So, but the very, very important thing that I realized throughout my years of digital marketing, um, it's really about the people's thoughts, my clients' thoughts. So if my
Hmm.
clients' thoughts, I can really speak to them and say that, the results, it's a long-term results. It's not a short term. If you're looking for short term, I'm not the person. I will sometimes I will tell that one shot to them already. Because if you're looking for short term, you will get the results now. But 1 month, 2 months later, I don't know how to sustain the results, because I can pump in the money and like, really boost everything up.
Hmm.
But after that, you might also feel like, hey, it works for 1 month, no need. Different people have different thoughts. So what I will tell them is, rather than that, make it something more consistent. I think I have one particular client. I think I can mention this client. It's simply empowering. It's an amazing
Hmm.
client that I've been working with for a very long time. What I really like about this particular client is the fact that, one thing is, they really trust me, and I'm very happy working with people who's like that, because they are very we can have a conversation about it. So if they are facing some struggles, so we can have a conversation and say, hey, this is not really working, what can we do about it? So it's very solution oriented. So then we
Hmm.
can have a conversation. Okay, let's try this. Do we create an event? Do we do something about it? Do we speak to other contacts? Do you guys know anybody? Even people at media, how can we put this out to media and things like that. So we have a network of connections, yes, but it's still going back to what is the solution out of it. But if the client is already going into this mode that no result, no result, no result, to be very honest, right, this is years of experience, they will not have results, because they already go into the train of thought that it's not happening, it's not working, and things like that. So one thing that I tell a lot of people when I meet them is, if you believe that this digital marketing will work for you and you're all out to give this a try, it will work for you, because you will
Hmm.
do everything you can, and we can work together to do everything we can to make it work. But if you have doubts about it, then I think you better hold on first. You try first other things, and then we can look into this digital marketing again. So this is
Hmm.
some things, some experiences, some client stories that has happened before lah.
Nice, nice, Ramya. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I like the part where you actually thought about your own thoughts also impact the results of digital marketing, which many people don't look at that side because they like, I already give you money, what I already you already running ads, where the
Yeah.
leads is not coming and everything. Because I
Mm.
remember when I was working with you and everything, there is one point of time when not really focusing on my work. I was doing something else and everything. There is no leads coming for that one particular week. The moment I switch my thoughts, you know what? I think I'm not focused on the work. Let me come back to the work. The lead start to comes back again. I was like amazed for a
Yes.
while. I was like, wow, how is these things happen? Like this 1 week nothing happened. The moment I switch my thoughts, all the results starts to come see and everything, which is very
Yeah.
nice. I also wanted to ask you this. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ramya.
Sorry, Stephen. Talking
Go ahead.
about that, I just wanted to share a funny story. This is something that I and my client will have a lot of laughter about. Like I said, right, something that worked before and then it doesn't work. There's this
Mm,
one particular client, because they are already long time and they know that, oh, okay, thoughts matter, and we have to keep trying different things. So this one client, we will bring back their ad, right? There's one particular service that will bring back like a few times, because
mm,
their service continues. They have many service, so like few months once we'll change to different service to do an advertisement about. But that one particular ad, until today, it has been more than 1 year plus already. Every time we bring that ad back after a few months, it will still work.
mm.
So we used to
Oh,
have a lot
okay.
of laughter with my client, because it's like, the thoughts is already very focused. That means the moment we bring the ad, it still works. So it's just very fascinating to see that, it's very case by case basis. Sometimes, yes, the same ad we bring back, it doesn't work. But for this client, the same ad we bring back how many times also, she'll still get the results. So
Mm.
it's just that's why I say it's not as technical as what people think when it comes to digital marketing. Yes, the backend part can be technical and things like that. But if you really can think how a human being is thinking in a daily basis, you'll understand what really happens in the digital world. It's human beings changes every single time. Their minds changes every single time. So we have to go with that train of thought. Lah.
Okay, that is an interesting aspect of digital marketing. I also wanted to ask you this another question that I have in my mind, which is, like you told, like digital marketing is not only about running ads and everything. So if let's say a client is engaging you in terms of, hey, can you do digital marketing for my service? I have this business in my hand and everything, like, and what you will do for them, like you start running ads, or you suggest them to do other things first, or look at what they are doing. What you will do, Ramya?
Okay. Okay. I speak to them first, because it really depends on what is their what are they comfortable with. Okay. So some
Mm,
clients will come to me and say that, this is what I'm doing and I really want to boost it up. I'm looking for how to like really get more participants and things. Of course, so this kind of clients, maybe we can run ads and things like that. But some client, right? They are not really looking for ad, they are looking also for branding. So that means they just want a consistent branding, so that people can, like, they are very visible, people can continuously see them. Yes, I do run ad for this kind of people, but it's not really that you have to get enquiries, because this kind of people in a long run will be very very helpful, because everybody keep seeing them in a consistent basis. So over time, in a long run, they will say, don't know lah, suddenly I getting these people contacting me, suddenly this sales coming in and things like that. And when they ask how they say this, I saw in Facebook lah, I saw in this. So it's not really a promotion, but it's like, it's really like how you see the billboards. You go in
mm,
highway, you see the McD billboard and things like that. And why is it there? It's just so that in the highway, you're driving and you're hungry, you see this is up you, without you knowing, you'll be thinking of McD, because you already saw that
mm.
advertisement. So it's
Yeah.
things like that. So these are some of the branding. And some people, to be very honest, I will even tell them that, you know what, you don't need all these things. Maybe you just keep it very simple. You just come for the my workshop first. You
Mm,
start from that. You don't have to pursue this thing, because maybe on a very month to month basis, you might not be comfortable with this whole thing first, maybe you come for a one-off thing first, then let's have a chat and see what do you want to do next from here. So it's very case by case basis in terms of
Mm.
this, but the majority that I really do for all my clients is consultancy lah. So I always package this together with my services, where on bi-weekly I'll always have conversations with them. So conversations, to be very honest, right, it's very people based conversations. It's not like, okay, what's this, what's next. It's not that. It's like, what's really happening in your life currently, like what's happening. Anybody contacted you recently? Then they'll be sharing some stories. Hey, yeah la, that day somebody contacted me and think, okay, then they'll be like, okay, what do we do about that? How can we really expand that? Can we start sharing with people that, hey, I'm going to be having a booth here. So things like that. So having a booth and running ad, like, no connection, but it's still marketing. If we don't tell people that that person is having a booth somewhere, then other people don't know also. So
Yeah.
it's to really have this conversation with the client to find out what is all the thing is happening in their life, and the small things, and making the small things a big thing digitally. So if we can do that, it will work very very hand in hand with the advertisement that they're already running. It will just be very nice flow towards it lah. Mm.
Like, okay, that is very interesting aspect also. Like, we keep doing many things that builds the online presence. For those of you who don't know, that I'm a part of this business incubator called ET Ideas. It's ET Ideas, and it's quite famous right now, and all these things. Rammya is someone who consult us in terms of how to bring our brandings up and everything. For some reason, we are keep posting a lot of things under ET Ideas and everything. I remember this one lady called me, and then she goes like, who are you guys? Why every time I talk to someone, you're talking about ETI ideas? Everywhere I go, I'm looking at ETI ideas. How, from what are you guys doing? And we're not even spending any money on that, just posting about
Yeah.
it, like talking to you, having a conversation with you. See what are the contents that we have, what are the things that we have done, how we can actually
Yeah.
put it out there. Because as a business owner, a person have so many things, but they don't know how to utilize it as a to build a presence and everything. And that's what you actually does for them and everything, which is very nice. And I would also like to ask this one question, which I think is a personal question of my audience. Come on, guys, please ask question about digital marketing. So I can ask Ramya. We only have 8 more minutes left. I warn you on that. Please do ask the question. And this question, I also have. This is a perception of mine as well, which is digital marketing and branding means it will cost tons of money. Like, you need to
Mm.
spend so much of money, because I do marketing and sales, so I do consult people about sales and all these things. So when I call them, they'll be like, oh, yeah, digital marketing do want need to spend thousands of money la, and all these things. What is your comment on that, Ramya? Like, do they need to spend so much of money, or how does this work?
Okay, I'll be very honest with you. Yes, you do need to spend tons of money. That is there. But if you want to compare with traditional marketing, like putting your ads on newspaper, magazine, billboards, and everything, that is thousands, I think.
Cost a bomb
So,
as well.
so
Okay.
comparative, if you want to go digital and also traditional, digital marketing is way way more cheaper, I think. Those who are tuning in to this talk with Steven, you guys would already know this. But of course, a lot of people come to me and say that, I haven't even start talking to them. They will say, I want Facebook ad, I want Insta ad, I want LinkedIn ad, I want you to post for me. I want, so if they give me this one long list, then I'm like, how am I not to charge, a lot, So, that is my question lah. So what I would say is, to be very honest, right? A lot of times when I talk to people, they actually don't know what they want. This is just my personal experience lah. They
Hmm.
actually don't know what they want. Just because they see what other people are doing, that means they see their competitors, they see their friends or anybody. Oh, they got this, they're running this ad, they're running this ad, this kind of things. So they also feel they should do the same thing. So which is why the figure and the budget becomes very high. But if you really consult someone, and you go ahead and consult a digital marketer and really ask them, okay, this is what I do, what do you think I should start off with, instead of saying what should I do to grow my business to this thing. Of course everybody wants to grow their business, but growing a business also takes time. It's you,
Yes.
this is something that our mentor will say, right? If you
Mm,
grow so fast, you also can fall very fast, but if you can take it consistently, then your business is very consistent. So in that perspective, right, I feel you should ask the question of, what can I do to start off first? If you can ask that question, then you know that you are committing to a budget that you are comfortable with, and your digital marketer is also okay with, to do what you're asking for. So
mm,
it should be both ways lah. I don't believe that, how to say, it should be both ways, in the sense that your client must be happy, the digital marketer also must be happy, because it's both parties really working together to grow that particular business. It's a commitment, I would say.
mm,
For me
mm.
personally, for all the client that I'm doing, it's my commitment with that also, that other business, my client's business. Oh, how are we going to grow this business together? That is the mindset that I have. Because if I don't
Right.
have the mindset, I will lose interest, because it's
Mm,
just another job.
mm,
But if I have that thing that, hey, we are doing this together, hey, how do we improve better? How do we go all out? Those kind of things. Then it becomes more exciting. It's like I'm also a partner. It feels like that. It's like, what else can I do? So it makes it
mm.
more interesting. It makes it more exciting, which is why a lot of my clients up to today, right? When they started off, they have a few services, but over the months to come, they've even grown their services. So, and they start marketing more things, that makes them equally a very excited business owner, because they feel like they can share more things to their audience and their participants and so on. So
Nice.
money, I would say, if you have a long list, of course, if you go to a digital marketer, they will bill you a long list also,
Mm,
a big amount also. But do start off by asking this question: where can I start off? How can I start off with something simple first, before I move on to something much more bigger over the months? Take it more consistent. Don't do one off. Personally, my biggest suggestion for everyone is, don't ever start digital marketing and stop digital marketing. It's not a very easy thing when you want to start off again. Try to make it as consistent as possible when you go and engage someone for as a digital marketer. Make it something that's consistent.
nice, nice. Beautifully said, Ramya. We have many questions. We are going to end the session very fast, but we have many questions that
Uh-oh.
is coming. So the first question, I think we already answered this question, which is about, I have questions on Facebook algorithms, how it works. Once the session finish, you can rewind the session again. I think the second or third question I actually asked about these
Yeah.
algorithms, because I was
Mhm.
very curious about this as well. So Ramya beautifully answered that question. You can go back and watch it. And then we have another question from someone, has something like, means posting every day make us visible, or we just post random posts? They asked this question, Ramya. What is your comment on this?
Okay. I wouldn't say it's really up to you. You want to post every day, or a random means it's not like few months once lah. I mean, that one is a bit too long duration. But posting every day is a very good thing, a very good idea and things like that. But I like what, I think some of the people that I work with, very nicely, they will do posting, in the sense that they don't only post promo all the time. It's not like, I do this service, this is my poster, this is my promotion, this is the price. It's not only about that. A lot of the people that I work with, they also post about, example, their life. Oh, I met these people, we went out here, even their holiday, so they make it very lifestyle like. And I think nowadays, our audience, this is something that I constantly have to ask myself. If I'm a viewer, I'm just a normal ordinary people who's viewing something. I do not like perfection anymore. And I think a lot of our audiences on many platform do not like perfection means use, like, the picture must be, everything must be perfect, things that people like, something more relaxed, something more casual nowadays. So even if the picture is not perfect, and things that, I think it's fine. They are looking for something that makes it very human lah, things like that. So you don't only make it very promo. Do post a little bit about your lifestyle, so that they get to know who is the people who is running the show. I think that's more convincing. This is something I think our mentor also used to say. They don't engage you, they don't buy your product because of your product. They engage you because of you. they like you. So you need to show a little bit of you to the people, to your audience. I think that would
Like,
work better.
nice, nice. So beautiful. Very well said. Like, post about your lifestyle as well. Like, even you can take a screenshot of you watching this talk with Stuart and post about that in your social media. So branding for me, it's a branding for you as well. So why not, right? So we have a last question, which is, I think is a nice question. Sometimes Facebook do suggest me to boost particular posts, and I did post it, but it didn't work. End up receiving messages from Indonesia. So, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, there's this two things on Facebook. This is something that I'll be sharing more in my Facebook marketing workshop. There's two
Yeah.
things in Facebook. You have boost post, which is the front end, which Facebook will just keep suggesting this to you, and there's also a back end, like we're really running an ad, which is something that digital marketers do, because we are trained, we know this is our experience, so we go very detailed at the back end. The boost post, I think this is a question you need to ask yourself. Why are you boosting the post? If you're
Mm,
boosting the post to get like enquiries, I would suggest not. Because there's a lower, how to say, lower probability for that to happen. Boost
okay.
post is most of the time to get your post to be seen by more people. So it's very much a branding, it's a reach, and things like that.
Mm,
And when you boost your post, my personal take is, don't go with the suggestion that Facebook is suggesting to you, because when Facebook suggests you a boost post, it will be a very cheap rate, but they will target places like Indonesia, India, the big population countries, right? Because you can get for a cheaper rate, and you can get more likes. But they are not really your target audience. Unless they are your target audience, it's fine. But most of the time, they are not your target audience. So when you're boosting posts, take the effort to edit your audience. uh, Change to the audience that you are looking for. Malaysia, if it's that's what you're looking for. What's the age group? Your usually your customers, your clients, what are the age group? What gender are they? What is their interest? They are, if it's a product, facial product, look for that kind of basis and things like that. And then you are, at least when you spend your money, you're spending your money for the right target audience. Whether
mm,
you get enquiries or lead, that is again cannot be promised, but at least you're looking at your branding to the right target audience, instead of targeting to people like places like Indonesia and everything, which totally is off the scale of your
okay.
audience lah. So just, I think, don't totally rely on what Facebook is suggesting to you. You really need to take the effort to see before you pay for something. So just take note of the details lah.
And the next question might come to our audience is, how do I do this? How do I target this and everything? Ramya is actually conducting a workshop on February together with a friend who is a very good digital marketer as well. I'm planning to bring him to talk with Steven as well. So they are doing this wonderful digital marketing workshop on February 26 and 27. And this is a great way for you to start and look at how you can market yourself, how you can build an online presence and the branding, like whatever that Ramya told right now. And whatever that Ramya shared today, one thing that I really realized is, it's not that it's as complicated as I thought it was, but it's more about understanding about yourself, about your industry, the people that you are looking for, and everything. And then do things that attract that kind of people. It's not always about running ads. It's also about putting yourself out there, sharing about your stuff and everything. So, what are the some things that you will also cover in your Facebook workshop, Ramya, in your digital marketing workshop? Sorry.
Okay, so definitely we'll be teaching on how to run the ads, and it's really not about boosting the post. It's on how to run the ads in the back end of Facebook, which many people don't know about. So that's
Mm,
something that we will definitely be covering. But other than that, it's really to identify the human behavior of your audience, because we will have practicals on this, so that you can identify. And this is something that is like lifelong. You once you pick it up, you will already start understanding this for later on your other services, how to really target. But beyond that is also branding. How we really do branding, where we have, it's more like a teamwork lah. So when you run a business, this is something that we see. Don't only focus on that, see beyond that, like who else can be collaborating with you, and how can we do the branding better. This is something that we will share from our experience of getting a lot of our clients on media and things like that, because that's how also branding works. So how did we do that, we'll be sharing on in this particular workshop.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Ramya. For our audience, I will strongly suggest you to go for this workshop because I personally attended when Ramya was doing a physical workshop last time, and it was mind blowing. I learned so many things. I started to apply things in my own businesses in the work that I do, which give the fruits later when I start closing the sales, getting in the monies and everything. So it will definitely worthwhile. Before we end the session, I would like to play a quick video of one of Ramya's client. I did some digging of Ramya's clients and some videos that they posted about Ramya. So I thought of it would be nice if to share with you guys that video. It's a very quick 1 minute video. Have a look at it, then we will end our session correctly. I have also put the
Hi everyone,
each of
I'm Vishnupriya and I'm an ACCA tutor and also part of this team called Simply Empowering. And over the years, we have engaged the digital marketing service with Rammya, and I would say it was an amazing journey over the year because we started off with just marketing the ACCA classes that I do. And as usual, starting something new, it always comes with challenges. So at the first few ads that we ran, it didn't really work out well. But one thing that Ramya was keep, reminding us is that do not give up and continuously try new things. And as per what she said, over the years we have been continuously running ads, and I would say that from just running ads for ACCA classes, Simply Empowering has grown into providing, other services. And the good thing is that we didn't just get leads over the year, but we get to actually build our brand. So we managed to, increase our views on our pages, our videos, and we are constantly getting DMs from random people who watched our video or saw our post, and it was actually very overwhelming. And thank you so much, Ramya, for working with us and helping us to grow and to put out Simply Empowering out to many, many people. And I'm very excited and looking forward to the following year to work with you. Thank you so much, Ramya.
That's a very nice and a heartwarming video as well from one
Yeah.
of your friends. We are at the end of the session, Ramya. Anything you want to say to finish it off the session?
Um, Anything I want to say? Okay, I guess we can explore more through my Facebook marketing workshop, and feel free to contact me. I think just now there was a number. Okay, there's also a number on screen right now. Feel free to contact me if you just want to talk about what do you do from here. You know, how to bring the business digital and things like that. I would love to have a chat with you guys and see what can you do next from here. So different people have different journeys, different methods. Don't just follow what your friends do. Really think what you need. I think that would be more beneficial for you.
We have already, I think one of your fan already signed up for the upcoming workshop. So thank you so much, guys. You will, one thing I can tell you is you will have so much of fun in the workshop. So do contact Ramya if you would like to join the digital marketing workshop. And I think that's all from us, guys. Thank you so much, Ramya, for spending your time. Thank you so much. It's been like more than 30 minutes, but sorry, I
Thank you,
cannot stop
Steven.
asking questions. I want to learn so many things also. So maybe I should join the workshop. So thank you so much for spending your time with us, sharing your this one. And audience, thank you so much for patiently listening to the session and also sharing it out to the people. I see many people share the session and also asking so many questions. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for our this week's sponsor, Freshing Handy, for making this session possible. Thank you so much. Bye.